Hello, and welcome back to streaming. Uh, Despite the background, we're actually starting with Final Fantasy. I just didn't have the Final Fantasy background ready. But yes, Castlevania will follow after Final Fantasy. Give or take, depending on where we are in their respective games. We're looking at about 2 hours of each, which is how the streaming will generally go going forward, at least until we find a game that I want to dedicate a full stream to. Will likely be Resident Evil 4 when that comes out. So for now, let us launch Final Fantasy and get back into it. The one, the only fantasy that blinds my eyes and is also the final one for all time. At least it was, but then the second one came out. Hello, Andy, and welcome. Welcome to the Final Fantasy. The final with no more. Definitely. You are early. But it's always good. And I actually streamed early because I am off work. So, even better. Final Fantasy, then a new Castlevania game. Since I don't want to overdose on Final Fantasy, given the nature of it. So yesterday, I basically got to this town and I did a little off-screen grinding. Not a bunch, and I didn't leave the area. I just wanted to mitigate some of the money farming I had to do. So, currently have our lovely party of a warrior, a red mage, a monk, and a black mage, and I've got up to level 3 magic. Level 4 magic's too expensive. I don't know how much in the way of Final Fantasy you have or haven't played, but Final Fantasy 1 is very different from modern Final Fantasy, I must say. But basically, the story thus far can be summarized in a short sentence, which is, darkness has come, we must find the crystals and banish the darkness, the end. That is our story. That is Final Fantasy 1. Well, I have played less than 75% of them, and I've technically only played this one once-ish. It's still enjoyable, I would say, and I definitely would say Final Fantasy 1, and probably some of the other earlier ones, have more value from a historical perspective these days, but it is definitely interesting to see how the inspiration for a lot of modern fantasy and RPGs have come from. Being the big original console RPG. So, and hello Roxy. Welcome. A lot of the combat for random. Oh my god. Why? So, as Roxy has lovingly demonstrated, I have no idea what to do with my channel, so I put in some random channel points things. And now I must adhere to the torture I've set myself up for. So give me a moment. Randomly battling every other step I take. So much time wasted. The end. There's your relevant haiku. I don't even remember why I specifically chose that, but I think I was talking to someone about Spyro, and I remembered that haiku world, or the world where everyone speaks in haikus, and I'm like, yes. Okay. Yes. Well, let's see how this works. There we go. Yes, she is. Yeehaw. Now it's the most final of fantasies, partner. Hold on. There we go. Although the green screen is messing with my head slightly. You do have a lot of channel points. Yeah, since it only happens kind of on the map in battle terrain, it's clearly because of some light reflection. I need to get, like, a front light, but, like, if I turn this light, firstly, it's bright as fuck. And secondly, it doesn't capture the green screen as ideally as I would like. Didn't notice it in any of the Castlevania games, because there wasn't really that much green. So these bats are not good conversationalists, I feel. So I suppose what we're currently doing is we are trying to find a way to wake the Elf King, for he has been cursed to be asleep. Sometimes a curse I wish for at night when I can't sleep. But one we must solve nonetheless. What BS? Okay, when I'm asleep, I sleep fine, but I also can't sleep before like 10 AM, so that's also not helpful. Very not helpful for sleep scheduling. I don't know, this is Western Keep. I think that I do need to be here. But yeah, I am a night owl in such an extreme manner that it's ridiculous. Ah yes, Mr. The King. I was tricked by Astos, king of the Dark Elves, and now my castle has fallen into ruin. If I could only retrieve the crown from the marsh cave, I'd be able to restore my castle. Might you bring me the crown? Okay. And so begins yet another quest. No. If he got his own crown, then where would our Final Fantasy be? It's true. This is a crown from the ancient kingdom that used to exist out west in the 19th century. It was a glorious place of freedom. Wait, is that... Oh, that's John. Hello, John. Wait, is that the John I know, or is that... Because I know a John, so I just assumed, but I'm not sure if this is the John that I know as John, or if this is a new John. Either way, hello and welcome to the stream. Okay. Fair enough. Either way, we will fight our way until we find this cave. Ah, well, very welcome to have you here. I am beginning my journey of actually playing through all the Final Fantasy games, as an addict of Final Fantasy XIV has made me very interested. Technically, I've played this once before, but if I'm going to start streaming the series, I'm going to start with 1. I've played... I think the first one I played was 6, but it could have been 9. Either way, those are the 2 main ones I've played. I've played 7. I never finished 10. And then 14. If we're counting non-numbered games, I played Tactics. Tactics is my favorite. If we're not including the numbered games. I kind of wish I grew up with Final Fantasy, because like modern me loves RPGs and story-driven games and strategy games and etc. So it would have made sense if I grew up on this. But somehow I didn't know Final Fantasy existed until like my friend showed me Final Fantasy X on PS2. But it is a gaming mistake I am rectifying. Now, I always like to joke that technically I did play a Final Fantasy game when I was a kid. My very first Final Fantasy game, quote-unquote, was Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. And I will defend that that is technically a Final Fantasy game. But I didn't know that it was made by Final Fantasy people, obviously, until I knew what Final Fantasy was. Does he actually do better without the weapons? Well, I suppose that would make sense, but I was just using the auto-equip. Oh no. Castlevania all over again, the skeletons are back. Okay. Oh, we'll just... Okay, that is significantly better, yes. So for our non-Final Fantasy people, obviously, however many hits it shows is how many times they're hitting. And my monk definitely was not hitting 4 times with a weapon. Weapons get in the way of good old-fashioned fists, I suppose. Oh dear. Gargoyles sure did hit for a lot of damage. Yes, haste I need to buy. I had done a little money grinding, because I forgot how quickly magic advances in this game. Like, I'm literally got to the second town. It's like, oh yeah, here's level 4 magic that I can't afford. So I will need to go back and buy haste at some point. Oh, poison. That is a thing that exists. I don't have the opposite of poison. Yeah, that is true. There's really not that much to 100% complete. I didn't think I needed to do grinding, but I wanted to buy, like, the items because I tend to be OCD about having everything. But I gave up when the magic was too expensive. Is there a big version of the map? I can't remember. I might have foregone the buying of things that would cure poison. Partly because I thought I had a cure spell, but also, I have a very, very bad syndrome against spending money in RPGs. Same with the syndrome of never using items in RPGs, though that one I'm getting a lot better at not falling into. Speaking of items, I probably am going to want to heal these people after this. In fact, I'll just use a potion. I definitely am excited to see more of these pixel remasters. Because, like I said, I haven't played many of them. But also, I can't wait to see how they've treated 6. But yeah, I ideally will not be using any elixirs, which for the uninitiated basically heals all of your health, and I think in this one it heals your magic too. Magic is different, but I'm sure the magic also is healed by elixirs in this version. Okay, this is very good. Magic, it's not, I don't think magic in this works like any other Final Fantasy, but it's definitely a familiar system to me, because magic in this game basically works like spells per day for like sorcerers and Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder, except you don't have to sleep if you have mana potions or elixirs. Which I think is fair, because I'm sure that Final Fantasy was inspired by Dungeons and Dragons to some degree. Can't remember where to go, so I'm just gonna wander aimlessly. And make sure that everyone is at full health. Especially my very vulnerable cloth wearers, because I do not want them to die, for they do not gain experience when they die. But yes, most of the random encounters are very easy to get through. We are mostly looking for, I believe there's a boss down here. Yeah, I only gained like 4 levels when I was trying to get all the level 3 magic for my characters. But each level does make a difference. Yeah. I wasn't even trying to grind, and I was level 10 by the time I arrived in Elfheim, which is the town nearest here. Though, to some degree, a lot of that depends on encounter rate. Oh boy, Skelebros and a worm. Oh. Well, that is definitely very helpful. I merely wish to find the... Oh, there's stairs down right there. I already technically 100%ed this on an earlier playthrough, so I don't need to fight every creature on this playthrough. I'm sure there's more requirements for the future games for 100%. Like, when I eventually get to them, I do want to do secret bosses on the Final Fantasies that have them, but I don't think this iteration of 1 does have secret bosses. I should definitely be using magic. These slimes are taking no damage. Okay, I figured as much. I kind of wish that these remasters of the Final Fantasy games included everything, because I know that they had like re-releases that added things, but I can understand why they didn't. Especially if a lot of it was superfluous. Oh man. I had like reverse nostalgia for this game. Like having played Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, am I poisoned again? Yes. Hearing some of the tracks like Matoya's cave theme, it was nostalgia, but like the opposite, since it wasn't nostalgia for this game. But it's all beautifully done. I personally can't wait till I play 3, because I want to hear and see Crystal Tower in its entirety. I was exceptionally surprised to see how much of the mainstays of Final Fantasy originated in actually the first one. Like the dwarves and their saying of Lally-Ho, Matoya, obviously. Cid. Cid was apparently a thing in every Final Fantasy since the original. Well... I thought there was... Well, I don't know, maybe they added it in the remake, but there's a tombstone that mentions him in this game. At least I recall as such. My monk is on 1,000,000% going to die. I swear there was a tombstone, but I will have to double check when I get to that part. Oh yeah. There will be death, and it will not be good. I did see the Link tombstone, which I found amusing. Oh. So many old series that I haven't played that I have to eventually play, like Dragon Warrior. That's another one that I've always heard of. Dragon Warrior and Dragon Quest, for that matter. I hope you all love the sound of poison, because we're going to be hearing that for a hot minute. But on the bright side, we're getting money. Hey, speaking of money, there's money. I will probably just let my monk die, and then revive them with the Phoenix Down that I have. I don't think I have a fast way out of here. Though I definitely will be buying consumables next time I'm in a position to do so. Oh my, get out of my way, bat. That is true. But with my warrior poisoned, I might want to revive them, because they're kind of... Well, my warrior and my monk are basically now the main bulk of my dealing with things. I guess I can try to keep them alive longer. I don't think this cave is that long. I now have no heals. That would be correct. I really thought I had a cure poison. I thought I did. But I must have thought, I won't need that. That's definitely what I thought in my mind. And probably even out loud. And here I am, dying to poison. Yeah. Final Fantasy games do typically have a lot of enemies to encounter, but usually, like, you see the battles go pretty fast, so I wouldn't say they're overly grindy compared to, like, some RPGs. It would largely depend on which Final Fantasy and how much side content there is. Secured with the Mystic Key. Well. I don't have a Mystic Key, so that is problematic. Okay. I'll have to come back. But... Oh. Oh, there goes my monk. Yeah, so obviously this screen shows the experience you get from each battle, and then when they get enough, they level up, which basically, in this one, it raises their stats. I think for the magic characters, it increases how much magic they can cast, which I don't think is giving me extras, because I've already spent it, but yeah. It definitely helps. What doesn't help is dying to poison. Oh my lord. Really? This is going to be a bit unfortunate. So we're gonna buff our mage just because I really don't want him to die. Because he has the most health out of everyone, so he's got to survive as I run away from everything. Very shortly. Now we have Cthulhu monsters. Speaking of Cthulhu monsters, well, this would be more towards Roxy, since she's the only one here who knows Final Fantasy XIV. This literally, like, the models are exactly the same as that one boss. Like, a lot of models for monsters are pretty much the exact same throughout Final Fantasy. This is the boss of an early dungeon. Yeah, I'm used to RN. Oh, I'm definitely dead. Okay. Well, the lesson here is we are going to buy items and not have that happen. Oh, it has autosaves, though. That is very amazing. Also, everyone is not poisoned, which is even more amazing. So, the autosave is definitely new to this remaster, if I'm not mistaken, because I know most Final Fantasies do not have autosaving in any capacity. At least 6 definitely didn't, 9 definitely didn't. Yeah. So, thankfully that means a lot of progress isn't lost. Obviously, in the future, in future Final Fantasies that don't have autosaving, we will be more careful. But, yeah, they're actually really good remasters. If anyone watching this has an interest in Final Fantasies 6 or earlier, I would definitely suggest these iterations of the game. I mean, just based on what I'm saying, I'm assuming 6 is going to be good, but I actually did not play the SNES version of 6. I played the GBA version, which I know doesn't have as good of music, but it's the version I know. And I know it had, like, a more accurate translation, I think. Also, were Phoenix Downs not a thing in the original? Because then I definitely don't know how you're supposed to revive people. As far as I know, the only way to revive someone from death is a Phoenix Down. Oh, yeah. That I remember that feature from other games, and it is so annoying. Like, just people can't update their attacks. That's too insane. Thankfully, only one person's poisoned. We still have healing. Yeah, old school games were ridiculous. But I mean, Andy and I know that from Castlevania. Just Castlevania has different problems for its super old school games. Ah. Oh. People are taking the big damages. I would like them to not take the big damages. Thank you very much. Okay, that is the boss, quote-unquote, dealt with. So we've got the crown. Which means now we are definitely going to heal and get the fuck out of here. We're just gonna bolt. Yeah. That's the problem with nostalgia sometimes. But I mean, it is possible to objectively look at a game relative to the time frame it was made and judge it that way. But then when you're doing a modern playthrough, it's also hard to judge it that way, especially if you're trying to recommend someone to play it now. That said, I'd say most of the Castlevanias hold up for a modern playthrough. And especially with these remasters, I would say these Final Fantasy games, or at least one, holds up. Yeah. My main issue with Castlevania design choices usually are enemy placement and amounts of enemies, depending on which game we're talking about. Thankfully, most of any problems I would have had from this game are solved in the remaster. I figured that's what happened, but after I finished gathering all the items, it wasn't long to the ending. It was basically 3 back-to-back boss fights, technically 2. The VOD is up, and if it's not finished processing, it will. The YouTube iteration of the stream will be finished uploading or processing soon. Metroid Prime Remaster was great, though. I would highly recommend anyone to play that game, or any of the Metroids, honestly. But they did a really great job with that remaster. We're almost out of this cave of evil. Yeah. And this is really all Dracula had to do to win, is curse the land to operate under turn-based mechanics. So then Belmont couldn't jump out of the way of everything, and then all those zombies could hit him. These wolves do 1 damage, but my fighter only had like 10 health. It could not survive. Killed countless scorpions, demons even, but then wolves. When they die, they don't get experience, and I've had my Black Mage die like twice before. So, like, the amount that they have is different, or the amount that they need is different, because they receive different amounts. Yeah, a lot of modern RPGs have spoiled me, like, in issues like that. Thankfully, you know, that is a fun fact, because I would have not thunk that I would still get experience from being petrified. I guess technically you're not dead if you're petrified, you're just not alive. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I love petrification in RPGs. It's so fun, but I'm biased because I had a Pathfinder character who would use flesh to stone as a solution to everything. If an enemy's a problem, you just make him a statue. Put him in your statue garden. Towns and some other structures are safe. The encounter rate is... well, in some games it could be higher than I would like it. I don't remember if there's any ways to reduce it in this one, but on the flip side, because the encounter rate's so high, I generally won't need to actually stop and do grinding. So I'll pretty much always be the appropriate level as I reach the story and the dungeons. Yeah. I think only in future games, in story-specific circumstances, are towns dangerous. Okay, who is Clinic Man? I must find a clinic. But while I'm here, hello antidotes that I'm definitely not going to skimp on now. Well, I have a decent amount of money now. I think that should be everything I need. What I definitely do need, however, is more advanced magic. More specifically, that is what I thought I had. And now it is what I have. Oh, okay, I will be back at the clinic, but yeah. As one might assume from the English language, the opposite of poison is poison, obviously. Just as the opposite of frost is null frost. I think, yes, that is all he can learn. It's fair enough. I wouldn't say these are mistranslations, it's just like the weird naming conventions of Final Fantasy. Like better versions of... better versions of spells are just like adding A onto the end of it. Or instead of Blizzard, it's Blizzara. But I need haste is what I really, really need. That will be useful. Oh yeah, mistranslations due to character errors are always the best. This isn't it, right? This is the armor shop? Okay, that's what I thought. Not you. I'm a sage. Okay, that's great, sir. Oh, it didn't have an icon on it. That's why I was confused. Resurrected with 1 HP. Thank you. Now we need to take a nap again. Using these magic beds that heal all wounds overnight. If you're missing an arm, take a nap, it'll be fine. I don't think I have temper, and now I definitely don't have the money for it. Let's see what I got. Oh, I do have temper. Why did I buy it? Oh. Raises one ally's attack. Okay. Yeah, I was definitely planning on buffing. Well, now that I know Monk is good, I'm gonna buff Monk instead of Warrior. But, yes, I definitely was planning on doing some buffing. Maybe not because there's 7 enemies, but because of my level, I would say it's probably faster to kill these than run away. Also, I don't actually remember how to flee in the original, but I think it's just a menu option. I know in some later ones you can hold a button to auto-attempt to flee. Yeah, there's actually a button for flee. The other game logic I'd like to know is, like, imagine just these wolves that see their other wolf friends being slaughtered by the dozens, and they think they couldn't do it, but I can. And then they attack the party of adventurers. Oh, well that is very fun knowledge. I do like stacking buffs infinitely. Oh. Fleeing is not that slow, so a few fleas and we'll be at the next location. In this case is returning, yeah, crown. Mwahaha, you fools fell right into my trap. I am Astos, king of the Dark Elves. Though he doesn't look very dark. Well, now he's a bit darker. No, now he's green. With the combined power of the crown you now hold and the crystal eye I already possess, I will become the true elf king. It is useless to resist me. I can take what is mine by sheer force. He gets the really intense boss music. Though I don't remember if he's actually difficult. I'm going to guess no. So we're gonna buff Monk, because that seems like the best idea. You know, that is definitely one magic invention that they need. They need, like, a magic spell to eliminate all the bad smells from the countless murders and corpses left everywhere in this world. At least, that seems like it would be pretty important. Yeah, I won't overthink it. Did he just use haste on himself twice? I didn't imagine it. Oh. Boss fight. Okay. Well, to be fair, I hasted my monk. Who, apparently monks are really good. Oh, we just murdered Elfo. And we got the Crystal Eye to return to Master Matoya. Just as soon as we run from more wolves. Because if we don't run from the wolves, we'd be violating some, like, ecological preservation laws, I feel. Because there can only be so many wolves in the area, and we've killed a lot. I think we might be upsetting an ecosystem or three. Oh yeah, that would not be good. Speaking of the final boss, I actually think Chaos does look pretty cool. But to be fair, I saw him before I played this game, because I fought him in Final Fantasy XIV. I actually know the final bosses of several Final Fantasy games I haven't played because of 14. But it is interesting to see them in their original forms. Okay, we need to take our boat and not accidentally walk right into the town. Yeah. So this definitely is a lower level Final Fantasy. As John says, around 27 for the final boss, and I'm... what? I'm 16? For reference, I remember having to grind for the secret boss in Final Fantasy 7, and I definitely remember, at least when I did it a long-ass time ago, I was like level 70? Question mark? So, definitely different scales of advancement across the games. Also, this game's not that long, relatively speaking. But it does have goblins, so that's always a plus. Oh, that is true. Because a speedrunner I am not. Unless we're talking about Crash Bandicoot. Or, you know, games with time trials I actually try to do because they're needed for completion. If it's needed for completion, I can show off my inner Sonic. That's about the only circumstance. I've got your eyeball. Oh, what's this? My crystal eye? Give it here. Don't worry, I have something to give you in exchange. Take this potion. It's the most amazing potion in my entire collection. Jolt Tonic. Because I have a lot of nostalgia for amazing games and game series. Ah, I can see again. An hour and 41 minutes. Holy, I can't even imagine beating this game in an hour and 41 minutes. But now I'm definitely going to watch that at some point. On the note of Crash Bandicoot, that might be a potential future stream just because I never finished 4, so I would definitely stream 4 starting over. And I might once again play through the original remake trilogy before I do 4, just for fun. I think Crash Bandicoot is tied as my favorite platformer series with Donkey Kong Country. Wow, a singular lizard. Okay. No, he dares oppose us alone. He doesn't get the benefit of us running away. Well, since we have the Jolt Potion, the obvious solution to wake the cursed Elf King who is cursed to sleep is to make this unconscious individual drink a potion of what I assume to be electricity. That is the clear and obvious way to wake someone. That's what we're gonna do as soon as we run away from these eyeballs and fish. I have mad respect for speedrunners, because, like, there are some games I've thought about it, but I like moving on to newer games a lot, so I've never, like, put in serious time trying to speedrun something per se. I just do, like, speedrun challenges in games when they're, like, applicable. I need to go to the castle. But I love watching both speedruns, like normal speedruns, and then the actual like tool-assisted speedruns. I think both are pretty cool in their own ways. Zzz. I have to like give you the potion. What do elves sound like again? It's Jolt Tonic. May be just what we need to break the curse and awaken the prince. I will try it once. Ow, pure white screen on my eyes. Your Highness! Your Highness! I was having a terrible nightmare. Am I still dreaming? You're the legendary warriors. Something tells me I'm not dreaming. I shall heed the legend as it was told to me and my forefathers. Time for me to pass on the mystic key to its rightful owners has come at last. The mystic key. Huzzah. And now we can open those chests. Suffice to say, there's not like a lot of clear direction in this Final Fantasy. You're just like... An NPC will give you an item, and that is your direction. Just having the item, and then you have to figure out what to do with that item. Which, again, this is neither a long nor a large game, so it's not that difficult to figure it out. But still. Kind of funny. Yes. Oh, I think I might have gotten the chest, but now I don't remember. But I will definitely double check. I will inevitably be back near town for my boat. But I'm already, like, near the marsh cave. Wait, no, I'm not. Oh, I kind of am. Am I? Wait, how did I get down there? Oh, I had to go up. Oh, that's hilarious that the manual itself had a walkthrough. Oh, now that we're talking about speedruns, I need to remind myself, I need to watch a speedrun of Ecclesia on hard mode, because that game was insane. The Castlevania game, I would love to see a speedrun of that. Hell, especially a TAS speedrun. I remember having so many issues of Nintendo Power and old game guides. I've lost most of them. Since I've evolved to the point of only wanting digital things, usually, but I kind of wish I still had a lot of them. I wish I had the space to even have them, if I had them. So, suffice to say, running gets a bit harder if things are not as low level. That one even managed to hit me for singular damage. Tisk, tisk, tisk. The internet has made playing a lot of games a lot easier, but yeah, without the internet, a lot of games were a lot harder, that's for damn sure. I shall flee these zombies. They're no match for me. Yep. Not only internet, but not having computers. It's such a random and specific memory, but since I had neither a computer nor internet access device at home, I remember being at school and printing out a cheats list for, like, the GameCube Rogue Squadron game, and bringing it home so I could use cheats in that game. I do reminisce about the good old days, but I am not the kind that pines for them and wishes we could return to them. I very much love everything about modern gaming and modern convenience. At most, I miss some older game companies and wish they were still around and making games. And not utterly destroyed, 90% of which were destroyed by EA. I will always be bitter about that. About Maxis and Bullfrog. And Rare. That wasn't EA. Oh. Okay, I just wanted to make sure my red mage was still there, because knowing ye olden days, expecting that they're just dead because they failed to run away from the boners. Yeah. I can definitely understand that. But for me, a lot of it's like, there's older hard games, and then there's older hard games. I definitely think older hard games are worth playing. Like Super Mario 3, yeah. I'd say that's definitely fair, and definitely good. But then you have older hard games, like ye old original Ghouls and Goblins, or Ghosts and Goblins, whatever the NES version of that is. That is definitely not the ideal hard. I would not blame anyone for giving up on that. Oh yeah, these gargoyles still hit for a lot. Yeah. Which, to be fair, if the game was fairly designed around that fact, it wouldn't be a problem. Like, say, Contra. Contra is one hit and you're dead, but I'd say Contra's pretty fair, largely. Compared to, like, Ghosts and Goblins original is, like, pretty messed up in a lot of ways. Well, relatively speaking. At least I remember Contra 3 was not that bad. The one on SNES. Although now that I think about it, I remember Contra 3. I don't even remember a Contra 2 existing. Who are you? Okay. Oh, they're back. But this time, they think they've got it. I remember I got pretty far in the Super Nintendo version of Ghosts and Goblins. I beat the game, and then it's like, yeah, you beat the game. But now do it again, but also you gotta find this secret item. This secret weapon and beat the game with it. It's like, ah. And then that was the end of that adventure. My preference and tolerance for hard games has shifted. I still love hard games and consider myself a gaming masochist, but the type of hard I like has differed significantly. Like, my current basis for what I considered... What did I pick up? Was that a key item, or... No, it was not a key item. My current basis for the hardest game I've ever played, and what I definitely consider my ideal type of difficulty, I'll always refer to Hollow Knight, I think. Well, at least as far as real-time games go. I definitely prefer tactics games as far as my truly preferred genre, which aren't really comparable. Celeste is definitely a game I want to play. It looks exactly like a game that is up my alley. But to be fair, I love almost every genre. I grew up on platformers, so platformers I have an special affinity for difficulty. As long as it's not like the actual torture platformers, like the weird fan games, like Cat Mario and stuff, I would pass on things like that. But Celeste looks amazing. You sure got a lot of demons down here. Yeah. Open world RPGs are definitely my preferred type of RPG in general. Like, for real time. And I only say that because there's not really open world turn-based RPGs yet. But I mainly love open world RPGs just because I love exploring. Open world games are a weird topic because a lot of people are tired of open world, but I just want them to be done well because I think open world is amazing when it's done well. And as much as I love Final Fantasy as a series and stuff like that, while we're kind of on the same topic with open world and the like, games like Elder Scrolls really showed me why I prefer Western RPGs to JRPGs. For many reasons, but I mean, just using open world as an example, the simple reason is they tend to be more open. So many monsters. Right. Thank you very much for the follow, and it was good to have you here. You have a wonderful rest of your night, and I shall catch you next time. Look forward to seeing you around again. Oh, my damn mage. Oh, I am definitely going to revive them after this fight, because I want them to be alive. Although I think I might be leaving this dungeon after this, so maybe I'll just revive them in town. Did I even need to come back here, or was this just extra stuff? I think this might have just been extra stuff. Well, while I'm still leaving, I don't want them to miss out on the experience. So, since the topic has been brought up, did you see that we finally got a release date for Bethesda's next open world RPG, Starfield, right? That's what it's called. They actually got a release date for it now. That will be in September. I think they put it out just today. I am excited for that. Still haven't decided if that's something I would, or rather should, stream, but I'm definitely excited to play it. This year is definitely going to be a wonderful year for gaming, and a very bad year for my wallet. But that's fine. Wallet's so temporary. Games are forever. Feels like this is the Final Fantasy. At least until the next one. Then that one's the Final Fantasy. And so on. Something. There's a point somewhere in there. And the point is, I'm not letting my mage die again, so I'm definitely gotta remember to heal. I wish. But to be fair, I never thought I'd even get where I am now with streaming, so I'm very thankful for everyone who has been on my channel and watched me. I just love video games, and I love sharing that love. And if that entertains people, that's all the better. Which one is a werewolf? Because none of that looks like werewolves. I guess werewolves are green. Ah, yeah. That's fair. The old ancient language where were means green. I think there's not a lot of story in this game, unfortunately, because that is definitely going to be a more entertaining thing to both play and view when we get to it. But to be fair, pretty much every Final Fantasy after this one has like pre-named characters that actually have their own like story. I think 3 might not, but I'm pretty sure 2 does. You know, now I'm not sure. But at least like all of them after the 3rd game do. Which is funny because I definitely prefer RPGs where you like name the main character, but to be fair, that mostly is applicable to games like Fallout that have story, but where you affect the story. Just adds more onto the reason of being excited for Starfield. I went the wrong way. Yeah, this is going to be a busy year indeed. Because we got Resident Evil 4 on the 23rd? I think I said the 24th yesterday, but now I'm not sure, because Steam says the 23rd. So I'm not sure. That's Resident Evil 4. We got Pikmin 4. We got Breath of the Wild 2. We got Starfield. I think Baldur's Gate 3 comes out this year. Like, out of early access. This is a busy year with some hard-hitting games. Oh my lord. Listen, goblin guards. I don't know what you're guarding in these swamps, but I don't want it. I want to leave. So please let me leave. Oh, owie. Okay. Fine, and now we will... leave these. Go back to town, take a nap. And we will figure out where we're going from there. Okay. Please die. Ow, 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 ow. I'll just take a nap in bed. Bed cures poison, I'm sure. A very healing bed. Please, don't mind me, I'm flashing green. I just want to sleep in the bed. Skin condition, nothing more. Bed does not cure poison, but that's fine, because he's only missing 3 health. So... I want to say I have to go back to the original castle that spawned my quest, but I can't remember why. I distinctly remember there being chests there that I had to go back for. I know there's chests in this castle, but I've already forgotten them. And I guess that's not too far away. I can say it would be too inconvenient to walk there, but that's kind of being lazy. Not that that will stop me. I swear I have chests here, though. I might have gotten them. It's very important to rob all kings of their chests. We are the chosen ones, after all. So it's only right that we own everything. Damn it. I went off the edge of the map. They're up here, hidden. Oh, okay. Mithril hammer, money, and some more stuff. So, let us optimally equip everything, except make sure our monk does not have a weapon. Everyone should be good on gear. We will do a fun little save. And from there, we are going to go back to the other castle. Right as soon as we flee the army of wolves. Excellent. And now, we need to flee the sharks that have jumped onto our boat to fight us. There's normal everyday activities, everyday concerns in a fantasy world. Pay it no mind whatsoever. Okay, excellent. Meanwhile, back at the castle. Castle Cornelia. I think there's a locked door. Is it also something I have to be outside? Oh, I think it's those doors. Now, why... I think that I couldn't open these until... How do I get in there, actually? That's a better question. Well, I can't go down, because that's the edge of the map. So let's try going this way. Do you have anything interesting to say? The time has come to use the key to open the doors. The equipment within is sure to help you. Yeah, for some reason the Elf King had a key to the chests of an entirely different king. That sounds about right. Nitro powder. If you're king and you're not storing nitro powder, then I question your right to rule. However, we've got it. I do know where I need to take this, though, relatively. The question is, can I get away from these eyes? That is where the feeling of being watched comes from. It comes from the giant pairs of eyeballs in the ocean. The fishermen, not so much, but they like to hang out. And unfortunately, I don't support it. Fish are food, not passengers on my boat. Some of them were trying to run away. So we were all running on my boat. Now if only I could remember where I needed to go. But I'm pretty sure where I need to go is definitely near the coast somewhere. How do I open big map? Oh, this is very helpful, because it actually shows you... Well, not only does it show you where everything is and what everything's called, it shows you how many chests you've gotten. And how many items you've gotten in each area out of what's actually there. Which is actually pretty nice. There's no benefit for 100%ing this, and I've done it before, so I'm probably not going to go back to that horrible cave of poison for those 2 chests, because I've definitely already done it. But I will be 100%ing the future Final Fantasies. That cave is just literally awful. As far as where I'm supposed to go, if I'm not mistaken... I am going to just... Oh my lord, there's so many of them. Listen, I'm going to kill all of you real fast for daring to oppose me on my own boat, mind you. It's just, it's insane that they would do this to me. The Chiefs still hit for a decent amount, but they are no match for the power of fire and many weapons. I actually think that where I need to go is somewhere around here. I only played this last year-ish. I have vague memories, but I think there's a cave that I need to go to use the explosive powder. Maybe. Wolves. Perhaps the most invasive of all pest species on our planet. They multiply by hundreds at a time and infest every corner of our fair land. Who can stop them? Probably no one, because they reproduce too quickly. Wolf-skeetos, if you would. Heart wolf, heart mosquito. So that's just conjuring all kinds of bad images in my mind. Like, I can't even fathom the appropriate way that it would look, other than like, oh, that's the cave entrance. Like, just a wolf's body completely normally, but then just a mosquito head at the end. Now that is a good idea. If I ever eventually run my Pathfinder campaign, that I'm using that as a monster. Okay. We can flee the wolves into this cave. Mount Duergar. And as the name might imply, these are dwarves. Oh god. I've gotten lost in SCPs so much, I wouldn't even be surprised if there was one like that. Oh yeah, they're dwarves. I don't think I'm definitely not Scottish enough to justify, to give honor to these dwarves, let's say. But here we are in Dwarfland. With a crystal eye, even the blind can see. I hear that the dark elf Astos nicked the one belonging to more. Hey Matoya. Yeah, I'm definitely not Scottish enough to read this appropriately. Let's just say I'm not at all Scottish, but of course, there's no other being in the universe that would want explosive powder as much as dwarves. So it's a good thing we have it. I'm looking for some levistone. It's supposed to be amazing material that makes things float in the air. Lally-ho! The old dwarvish greeting. Mind that when it comes to defense, a good armlet can be every bit as vital as body armor. You should try one out sometime. Oot. I'm glad they phonetically, or rather, appropriately spell things according to Scottish lore. I don't even think I'm bad. I think I'm like Dutch, if I remember correctly. Which I don't... I'm not a geographical expert, but I don't even think that's close. If only I could have some of the legendary metal adamantite, I'd be able to craft such a magical sword. Adamantite. You know, it varies so much between games, between tite and tine. I find myself second-guessing if it's adamantite or tine in D&D. Nitro powder. The explosive force in this powder will hem a canal open in no time flat. How are you, Bairns? What does Bairns even mean? B-A-I-R-N-S. There we go. No one can blast the rock to smithereens. What are you standing around for? That powder's set to blow. Unless you plan on going with it, you'd best get out while you still can. Okay, he's just gonna blow up his own mountain. That's fine. Well, I feel like I'm speaking a foreign language. The important thing is, we literally just blew up part of the Earth. For the power of boat. And somehow this doesn't flood their cave. Now, if this was Dwarf Fortress, I would have killed every single dwarf under my command. Easily. In like half the time that animation took to play. I cannot wait to see what lives up there beyond the canal. The trick to reading the hieroglyphics known as Scottish is just read it very fast, so you don't have time to think about it. Well, we also get to rob them of all their equipment, so that's fine. And with that, I think we're done here until we find adamantite in Levystone. Gaming logic is the best. Just imagine what we could do, what we could accomplish if we could invent gaming logic and override our laws of physics with it. It'd be beautiful. For all we know, it could be possible. Also that, I wish I was the chosen one. If I was the chosen one, I would have won the lottery now, instead of wasting more money than I'm wishing to discuss. Double jump would be so cool, but it would also be terrifying for me, who is afraid of heights. But I would still attempt to use it, for sure. If I had autosave, then... well, that feature would be broken because of how much time I would have used it. Because I would have autosaved every conversation choice I've ever made in my life. Kinda like I used to do in video games. I do not like these spiders. Yes. The temptation in every RPG where you can do evil things. Save. Now then. Commence evil. KOTOR and Elder Scrolls and Kingdom Come. Always good. There's an antidote. Can't believe these spiders ambushed me right outside of this town. How dare they? Oh, this town kinda sucks, doesn't it? Well, sure. I will sleep in your cobweb town. Yeah. That's why I always preferred KOTOR 2 to 1. And granted, a lot of dark side options in 2 was still being a dick, but a lot of characters and a lot of things you could do made the dark side a lot more interesting, but also kind of de-emphasized dark side as strictly evil and light side as strictly good. 5 those for you. At least I can actually buy stuff. The question is, how much stuff can I buy? Sell old gear. Yes. I love Kreia. Easily my favorite Star Wars character by far. No contest. Even though I will still always be endlessly amused by the memes like influence gained Kreia, influence lost Kreia, dark side points gained, light side points gained. All in one conversation. Yes, so they have level 5 spells. I don't even have all of my level 4 spells. Each character can learn 3 level 5, 3 spells of each level. My red mage, unfortunately, I don't have a white mage who can learn like all of the white magic. My red mage can only learn single target healing. He also can't learn life, which revives dead people. That's unfortunate. Kreia... You know, that's a good question. Does Kreia know what Kreia wants? Is even a better question. We'll do Slora. We'll do Raga. And then I don't have money again. Excellent. Well, I don't know if there's anything to do in this town except talk to all these dirty people. The giant living in the cave eats rocks. Well, just about any kind of rock, but I hear he especially likes gems. He can't get enough of them. Okay. So that sounds like a Goron, I've got to say, not a giant. I heard the ancients possess something with the power to make ships float in the sky. Stop at my father's shop, okay? Who's your father? Where's his shop? I don't know. This game leaves many questions. I think it depends for me. It is very typical, and usually I'll have a good healer. I've been branching out more on like character roleplay archetypes with my Pathfinder group that I play with. I had a chaotic evil cleric who definitely actually healed people. Chaotic evil for other reasons, mostly relating to their deity. Where am I going? Well, there's only one way to find out. It's to brave the spider-infested world. I guess this landmass, or this part of this landmass, is not in fact infested with wolves. Because the wolves were all killed by the spiders. And saber-toothed tigers, I guess. I really hope Baldur's Gate 3 has complex alignment mechanics. Or more in-depth ones. I've only seen a little of the early access. But it is Dungeons & Dragons, so I don't know. I have a lot more faith in Pathfinder. Which, to be fair, the two Pathfinder games seem pretty good. I've finished Kingmaker. I've not played Wrath of the Righteous yet. I think the alignment system in Dungeons & Dragons / Pathfinder is actually pretty good. The problem is when it's translated to video games, is video games can't judge the most important thing, which is intent. Like, well, there's wolves in this cave, so... When I think about alignment, intent is what matters most, because one would argue, objectively speaking, giving to charity is a good act. And sure, if one takes it out of context and within that bubble. But what if you have an evil character who donates to charity with the sole purpose and intent of masking his true self, his true goings-ons, to give the public perception that he's a good person? He's not donating to charity for any other reason. So therefore, his donating to charity is in fact not a good act. Not necessarily an evil act, but it's not a good one. Basically. That just makes me think of Fable, though. Because that you literally could do that in Fable. Like, oh, I'm so evil. But then you go to the church and, like, throw some money in. And then, whoop. Oh, now you are the best person. You are Jesus Christ himself. I love the Fable games, though I really hope they make a PC version too at some point. I mean, doubtful since it's been this long, but I can still hope. Please annihilate these spiders. They're fun, humorous RPGs, but they're not serious, and they lean heavily into the stereotypes of good and evil. But again, it's for humor. It's not like a serious RPG, so it's fine. Just don't expect complex moral depth from them, basically. Wow. These guys sure looked convincing wearing that one hood, all standing together. I don't even know. I'm probably just gonna attack them normally for now. They hit a lot harder than what has been hitting me, fortunately. I definitely think Fable's fun. It's got a simple magic ranged and magic system. You can basically level up and customize your character however you want. And basically be evil or good if you want. You're a hero, you can do what you want. The second and third one take place in an era that has guns, which is always amusing. Just walking up to a random peasant and just shooting them in the face for no reason. Or, you know, bringing your wife down to the evil cult and sacrificing her for a unique weapon. Also, a very good endeavor. Well, not good, but a very worthwhile endeavor would probably be more accurate. Burn them all. Wow, that monk really does punch hard. My warrior is trying their best with a sword, and that monk just, like, punches a lizard's head out of its ass. Or at least that's what I'm envisioning based on how much damage it did. Superficial games can be very fun. Especially if they're humorous. There's one game that is blatantly, like... I'm not sure if it's superficial, but, like, thinking of silly evil and, like, blatant evil, since we're on kind of that topic. There's one superficial game that I love. It's an older game, and I will defend to the death. I need more to do here. That it is a genius work of art, and that is Dungeon Keeper. An old PC game that had the old ancient graphics, but it was amazing. You literally ran a dungeon full of evil monsters and basically just killed heroes and stuff. It's pretty old, and it pretty much died after the second, but it's from a company that EA killed, as EA tends to do. Just like it killed the Command and Conquer, the company behind that, and The Sims, and SimCity, and, you know, everything. I'll probably end up streaming it sometime. It's basically a real-time base building game. You, like, dig out rooms. You build rooms. Based on the rooms you have, your portal summons various monsters who you have to feed and keep happy. But then you basically pick them up and drop them to send them to war against heroes or other keepers. With the overall quest of taking over the world, razing it to the ground, for the pure sake that you can. Earth Elemental, this actually might be a hard enemy, I'm not sure. Oh, we'll just attack him. There was an indie game that tried to capture what Dungeon Keeper was. Not recently, but like within the last 10 years. It was like called War for the Overworld. It's on Steam. I own it. It's decent. I wouldn't say it's as good as Dungeon Keeper, but it's the same general idea. But I want to say I would try. I might eventually try to stream that just because it's been a while since I played through it. I just hope that it captures properly, because I mean it's old. At least the first one. The second one's somewhat more modern, but it's I definitely prefer the first one. Yeah, the ever-growing list, which is not helped by this year releasing games after games. Game after game after game. Now, my gaming list is always assaulted. I've been subscribed to, like, the Humble Monthly since it started in 2015. So, that's just been a monumental pile of games added. Just got 8 more games the other day that are going to take up countless hours. $12 a month, and I got, like, Biomutant and Jurassic World Evolution 2 and, like, 6 other games yesterday. So it's just like, oh, how do I get through them? I have no idea where I'm going. I know this is a dungeon. But this might be a dungeon with one of the 4 crystals I've got to restore, actually. The Earth Crystal, the Wind Crystal, the Water Crystal, and the Fire Crystal. This is the Earth Cave, so I'm assuming this is the cave of the Earth Crystal. Which means I probably need to go down those stairs that I am not near. But I see them on my map. So, speaking of another game to stream, we are at like an hour and 38. So, probably, depending on how long it takes after this dungeon, we will commence the other half of the stream, which will be a new Castlevania game. Which I definitely made sure it works. I might just have to mess around with the resolution. But it is a more classic Castlevania, not a Metroidvania. Means it might be a bit difficult, but that's fine. I'm sure I will not die and be frustrated at any point throughout it. Definitely not. Oh, I should have healed my Black Mage. No, it's fine. They all want to poison my warrior. And my monk. And my red mage. Literally poisoning everyone but the most injured character, which I'm fine with. Silly spiders not knowing to all attack the same target. I have sleeping bags, cottages, and tents, which will restore HP or HP and MP. The problem is, I'm not outside. Can't camp in a dungeon. I'll just use some potions to heal. I want to simply progress. I see stairs, though. I need to go this way. There sure are a lot of mummies in here. Makes me wonder who wrapped the mummies, who embalmed them. These are many mysteries, especially for such a seemingly random cave. And there's just bats who, like, they don't want to fight. They just want to key. There's also some pink minotaurs, or purple. Glass. I love the sprite work on some of these enemies. It's just like, some of it is just so ridiculous. Like that troll just looked like he was having a headache. The ogres look pretty normal, relatively speaking. Yes, that's what they said. You saw it, you heard it. Blame the bat, not me. All these ogres. This isn't even a swamp. I don't know why they're here. Of course, the ogre chief is green. It's fine. We are almost away from them. Almost. Excellent. Oh geez, there's so much more of this cave. Well, I guess it is a dungeon. I wish I had some repel from Pokemon. Leave me alone, spiders. And ochre jellies. Of course there would be wolves down here. Wolves really are an invasive pest species. They get in everywhere. They can get into your house, the cracks in the walls. It's a problem. Make sure you spray for wolves. You don't want an infestation on your hand. I do appreciate whoever left all these random chests full of money, though. I think I've fought these. They're easy enough. Wraiths. They look more like Grim Reapers with very funny hats. Out there is kind of a fast forward button. It's more like an auto battle, it just goes slightly faster, which is helpful. Except when I'm fighting Earth Elemental. Nah, Earth Elemental wasn't that bad. I'm pretty sure he's about to die. Well, now he's about to die. Now he's about to die. There we go. As I called it. I need potion. Okay, we're all good. Out of the way, bat. On the bright side, we definitely should have enough money. Yeah, we're already at 30,000 gil. We should be good on getting all the magic we need pretty soon. Oh my lord, it's another Earth Elemental. He does hit pretty hard even against my warrior. That's not enough to save him. Cockatrices. Well, firstly, those don't look like any cockatrice I ever seen. Oh, my guy's stoned now. Told him this wasn't the time or place to become stoned, but he just didn't listen. And being stoned does last. Pretty much until you cure it. But, since I was so thankfully informed that he gains experience even when stoned, we're not going to worry about it. Instead, we're going to talk to the one bat that is talking back, because he's a vampire. All things in this void are destined to end in death. The seal cannot be broken, so the earth shall rot. You cannot alter destiny. Mere mortals cannot kill the undying. Have at you! Well, if you say so. Vampire is weak to, I assume, fire. And punching. Not as weak as I would like, and yep, he is just attacking the person who's made out of stone. That doesn't sound very ideal, but I'm not going to tell him he's wrong. That would just be silly. However, I will buff my monk. Never mind. I will not buff my monk, because my monk is already buffed. I think this is the origin story of One Punch Man. Like, this is the quest he went on to become the man of one singular punch. And we got a ruby. Good thing we just so happened to learn about a what's it that wanted to eat a gem. I already forgot. A giant? Oh. There's the problem with auto battle, because it just uses the last command, so my mage just is buffing his own physical attack. It's fine, we're leaving the cave anyway. Still kind of amusing. We will just hit attack so we can get the auto battle set straight. You know, I don't know if sleeping in a bed cures being turned to literal stone. Oh my lord, you're here. You haven't said anything, but you're here to spend money on hats. Okay. There. Oh dear, who's poisoned? That is a horrible sound, One Runner. That literally is her. That gif, that emote, most accurately sums her up. It is a very fancy hat. It fits well enough while I'm wearing my headphones, but admittedly it's mostly decorative. I think for the foreseeable future, I'm going to take John's advice and just leave Frost to be stoned. Because everything seems to love to attack him. I don't know why! I don't understand it! They're just attacking the person made of literal stone and doing nothing. But that's fine by me. They still get experience, indeed. Alright, spiders, try to poison the rock. Yep, they really want to poison that rock. Very delicious rock, I'm sure. So we see the party of the 4 legendary warriors of light. The red mage, master of black and white magic. The monk with fists stronger than any material. The black mage, the master of all spells that damage and harm. And the rock. Truly the party of champions. How about you don't die by using a potion on yourself? You use Big Fire. That is a big fire. Oh, well, reading is for nerds, don't you know? And why is that? Destroyed. Excellent. Well, we should almost be out of this cave. Well, if you've read both books, the solution is to get a 3rd book. Oh. Well then, definitely start a new series. Oh my lord, the auto battle's making my red mage use potions. Oops. Yeah, it's fine. We're out of the cave. I need to go to town to take a nap. And not fight an endless horde of wolves yet again. Wolves, they're an invasive species. They're everywhere. Like, one wolf can give birth to 1,000 wolves in one sitting. And wolves are always pregnant, or something like that. I don't know. Just trying to explain it. No. The rock can't escape, but it's like... It's like that, the SCP-173. It just teleports, but instead of killing the party, it just teleports right next to them. Also, now there's ghosts. What, lore book? Have I been reading a lore book? I don't think I've read a book in a long time. As my red mage is blinded, or he was, you could tell by the sunglasses. As we know that blind people wear it. Oh, well, I mean, that's just something you can obviously observe by how many wolves I have to deal with. Clearly, that is definitely the case, as it is the only logical explanation for the sheer propensity of wolves. My propensity to find wolves. You have Star Ruby. Give me Star Ruby and I let you pass. Delicious Ruby. Crunch munch. Nothing tastier than rubies. Well, I don't think that would be very helpful, and it would make streaming very difficult, so I would ask you to refrain for the next 2-ish hours. That golem really couldn't have stepped on these spiders on his way out. Oh my god. Oh, well, if you're talking about the golem, I don't think that would be very comfortable for you either. Unless it's like a flesh golem. Which would be pretty normal, I suppose. Alright, you gotta make sure everyone's optimally equipped. That is true. Well, if you've ever seen or played World of Warcraft, or even Warcraft 3, that's what I picture for the flesh golems, the patchwork abominations. So yeah, ew, that's about right. Hold on, this hat, itchy. I don't even think it's a hat, I think I was just itchy. Wait, now where do I go? Oh. That would also be appropriate, yes. That's what the golem looks like now, canonically. It's been decided. When Bender turned into a human. Oh man, this poison. How about we don't be poisoned? Oh my... Well, clearly I'm gonna need to buy more hats, because I'm already on my last one. After this, it'll just return to the cycle. I gotta find my other devices. There we go. Now we're in the Sage's cave. Yes. S-A-G-E. Sage. Why was she barking at me? Oh my lord. Sada? Nice name, dude. So you are the ones who defeated the vampire, eh? He was but a servant. The beast corrupting the earth crystal lurks much deeper within the cavern. Here, take the staff with you and use it behind the vampire's chamber. Alright, I've got my Rodverth, and now I have to go back and penetrate the chamber a lot more deeply to progress. Excellent. So, not excellent, because backtracking. But we're still tracking backwards. Or we must. And then random ghost attack, as one usually encounters in the middle of nowhere. You know, I debate unstoning my warrior, but the battles are scoring pretty fast as is, so maybe I don't even need to leave them to constantly take all the aggression for some reason. Very offensive stonework they are. Ah, yes. Can't even look at a spider without being poisoned these days. I also have a lot of money. Won't have to worry about being unable to afford magic pretty soon. Okay, well... You know... It does sound pretty appropriate, doesn't it? And definitely very familiar. Except we don't have a dog. I mean... My Black Mage Toll is named after a cat girl, so that's close enough, I guess. Some alternate universe version. I will finish this cave, and then we shall go on to Castlevania. Hopefully not be poisoned. And not be poisoned. You son of a bitch. Imagine not knowing how to run. Your feet just don't work. It's sleep paralysis, just without the sleeping. Alright. Almost around it again. Gotta kill some more mummies. Then we shall very quickly find ourselves at the end, maybe. At least we'll be able to go deeper. Much deeper. All these creatures still seek to bother us, even though we were just here and murdered all of them. It's fine. They stand no match at all. They'll try, but they stand no match. Okay, so now we are going to use some more potions to heal a tiny bit. Now to use my rod to open the way. Cavern of Cavern of Earth B4. And I cannot catch a break with this poison. Okay, I know there's not much left. It might only be 1 or 2 more levels. Or this level might be the last, or it might be the next one. So, quite truly, not much more. Oh, I think I saw a door. It did. Is that the correct door? I suppose we shall very quickly find out. Alright. Almost there. Just have to be bothered by every living creature within a 5-mile radius to get there. By the time we are out of this cave, pretty much every square foot is going to be a corpse of something or another. I would not want to be the one to have to come into this cave a week after. Or ever, really. Ah, yes, they've got their sunglasses on. I don't know if magic can miss, but we're about to find out. Magic, I don't think, can miss, so their blindness did not matter. Sphinx. Yeah, that looks like Sphinx, all right. That is as Sphinxy as ever there was a Sphinx. Oh, with the purple hair and the green wings. Oh, they really hit my Black Mage hard, huh? That is quite a bit less than ideal. I have another Phoenix down, don't I? Are you kidding me? I don't? Oh my lord. Well, I am going to unpetrify so I can actually have 3 people still. And I'm just gonna hope that we're at the end soon. Did I not open this chest? Of course, monsters. Well, I mean, I don't think we need everyone to defeat the boss here. So it's not a super big problem, it's just annoying because they're not going to get experience for a lot of this, including the boss. But I did not buy Phoenix Downs. It's very nice of the others to constantly set up their corpse during every fight, to just kind of pretend they're there helping. Bye, demons. I'm not running away because I fear you. I'm running away because you're not worth my time. So I think... Oh, if I had the preemptive attack, I might as well kill them. I think it is down here. Might be in this very room. Gotta kill this troll in the dungeon real fast. Oh, there's more chests. There's more monsters hiding in the chests. Just picture how big these chests need to be to hide that. Like, look at the size of the people compared to these monsters, and think of how big a chest is compared to the size of a person normally. And then think of how much bigger the chest would have to be for all these creatures to be inside. Ooh. Okay, that didn't really do that much damage. I expected monster magic to do a lot more. Speaking of monsters, hello, exact same group of monsters. I'm sure you... Oh. Yeah, well, I will buy more hats. I clearly need to. I need to find my Cthulhu mask that I had for winter. Well, they better be fashionable hats, I must say. Oh, thankfully being blind doesn't always mean a miss. Okay, so that was not the correct way. I need to go up, possibly. Thankfully, it can't possibly be much farther, honestly. Well, silly in costume does not necessarily mean unfashionable. At least according to my sense of fashion. Oh, I see the stairs down. Oh, please. What in the actual Lord is this congregation of fuck? There's so many enemies here. Like, paint yourself a picture. Like, you're a group of adventurers, and you just turn the corner and see all of those things that don't even look like they should be traveling together. You just turn a corner, and they're there, ready to fight. And then also some of them run away for no reason. I guess I did kill most of them by that point. But the AI makes them run randomly. Oh. Well, yes, I do need what you linked me. You are correct on that. Those are very appropriate hats that I would very much wear. Okay, I've got to be near the boss at this point. Like, I mean, it's sunk cost fallacy at this point. Like, the dungeon could go on for 10 years, and I'd still be saying, well, he's gotta be the next room. But no, I swear, he's there. The dungeons aren't terribly long in this game. It's just, I'm being attacked by the entire population of this continent that are all also in this cave. Okay, so I think I need to go up. I'll have to heal again soon. Meanwhile, my black mage is gonna be so underleveled compared to everyone else. On the flip side, as enemies offer more experience, they'll catch up, but still. Oh, I see a door, and I don't see stairs. Oh yeah, there's our enemy. The big tan ball, or I guess it's more of a dark yellow color. Do I have any more potions? I need to visit the potion cellar. I get out of here. Alright. Big dark yellow ball. Who speaks to me? I am he who feeds on the power of earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am the Lich, fiend of earth. Too bad my black mage isn't alive for this, what will most certainly be a very hard fight. Undoubtedly. I don't even... I'm just gonna attack. Okay, that did a chunk of damage. No, 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 don't go to sleep. I don't understand the point of sleep in this game. Normally sleep means they're like asleep for a while, but I swear for some reason sleep only ever seems to last for the turn it's cast, which makes it useless. And I don't know if I've just been unlucky and if the boss was just unlucky just now, but that is definitely how it seems. Regardless, everyone has resistance to electricity, and I've still got plenty of heals, so I don't think we'll have a problem. But I am going to try to use Firaga, I think, and hope that does damage. Because the melee is not doing as much damage as I would like it to. Firaga did 100. Not bad. Yeah, that definitely halved the amount of damage I would have taken. So, that was clearly a good idea. Use Null Shock. This would have been a much faster fight if my Black Mage didn't succumb to sudden dying syndrome. Yep, they were only asleep for that turn. Again, still. I think I will try to raise evasion, maybe. That will evade magic. The first... Oh. Well. That, complicates things. Okay. Well, either he solos it, or we will come back to this bot. Never mind. That is the end of Lich. You know, just me and my dead friends. Let me, revive the Crystal of Earth. And hopefully be able to teleport right out of this cave. That would be very nice. It's the altar of Earth from which the power of Earth flows. Everyone is mildly dead. Oh yeah, I like Leave. Leave is my favorite ability. So let's just get to the town. Imagine all the stuff you have to fight on a daily basis just to travel anywhere. But now you also gotta do it while carrying your 3 dead friends. Come on, run. Are you kidding me? Oh my lord. Fine, we're in town. We got 45 health. Actually, I have antidotes. So we're fine. Where is the man who makes people not dead? What I want to know. I need people to not be dead. That would be the most ideal. I don't even know if this stupid town has a church. This town kinda sucks. Oh boy. Okay. So. Okay. Even death doesn't stop people from wanting to take a nap. That's the power of naps. It doesn't help them, but they still want their damn nap. That's fine, because now my warrior's at full health. We're going to go to a fucking town where I can revive them. We're not going to fight the pirates who invaded my boat. I'm just gonna run off the boat. They can have the boat. I'll swim the rest of the way, it's fine. The sharks can have this other boat that I have, somehow. The Sahagin can have this boat. That's already 3 boats I've lost. Don't know where I got the other 2 from. Or where I got the 4th one. But it's fine, because we've arrived in Elf Town. I go talk to Elfo the healer. No, you're not the healer, you're the armor. Please, everyone is dead. Make them not so. Okay, then I'm just going to heal and save, and I will do any shopping and other related things next time, which would be probably late tomorrow, because I almost certainly work. And we will switch over to Castlevania. A new Castlevania game. An actually unexpected Castlevania game, because it is for a console I did not expect to see a Castlevania game. But we shall see that very shortly, as soon as I figure out how to close the game. We're just gonna... Yeah, we saved. We're just gonna Alt F4. Alright, now let me actually launch the thingy, and hopefully I don't need to mess around with very oof. Hopefully I don't need to mess around much with the It doesn't work? I heard it. Did you not hear it? Interesting. Did Andy hear a sound effect play? Is give me one momento to get this set up. So apparently there was a Castlevania game for the Sega Genesis, which I was not expecting.